Hola mi gente, welcome to TechEthic. TechEthic is a series of information that will prime you for a career in the AV industry. My name is Gio. I'm an advocate for solutions, and I aim to be a vitamin to all those I come in contact with. I have installed, led teams, mentored, trained technicians, managed projects, operations, quality assurance. I've done a little bit of everything. But the one thing I can say for sure is that I'm passionate about empowering people to be the best version of themselves that they can be. Basically, to be self-actualized. Now, AV has been around for a long time, and there are lots of people who don't know what AV is. Yet, we use the technology every waking day. It's amazing. AV is an acronym for audio visual, and is comprised of a system of components used in combination to reproduce, reinforce audio and video signals. This is particularly set apart from recording, capturing, and producing media, which is a different industry of its own. I'm not going to talk about that here because that's loaded. Audio in general requires the usage of our ears to listen or using something to make sounds. For example, your mouth is a simple tool to produce sound. In order to amplify that sound, we typically use microphones and speakers. The goal is intelligibility, the ability to distinguish that sound. Visual involves light, the use of our eyes. We typically broadcast media via the projection of light, using simple monitors, projection screens, and mobile devices. Your phone, in essence, is an example of a perfect piece of AV hardware. Don't let anybody tell you different. It's important, though, to maintain a distinction between light as it pertains to media and lighting as it pertains to our three-dimensional physical environment. Lighting deserves a segment of its own because that's a loaded subject. Now, let me talk about signal types and the convergence of AV and IT. AV is comprised of 5 signal types. The way I remember it is by thinking of my ABCs. The signal types are A, V, C, D, P. Audio, video, control, data, power. Signal types, they deserve a segment of their own as well. So I'm not going to touch that too much. I'm going to go into the convergence of AV and IT. IT is an acronym for information technology, and it's basically the use of computers to retrieve, store, transmit, manipulate data and information. IT is typically used within the context of business operations, system networking, as opposed to personal or entertainment technologies. IT companies have penetrated the AV space simply because of IT's infrastructure, which is comprised of switches and cabling, such as Ethernet and fiber, which serves as the backbone to most commercial spaces. So, AV now piggybacks off of IT's infrastructure, and it uses the network to transmit media. The two disciplines use the same infrastructure. This is in part why there's a convergence. AV is comprised of devices and hardware equipment, so is IT. And AV has had an upsurge of developers and programmers who are developing software to provide the same functionality as some AV devices. As a result, both markets have been converging for many years. They both have hardware, they both have software, and they have highly skilled people who write code and manufacture these wonderful devices. AV and IT is everywhere, and end users aren't completely sold on using one or the other, which brings me to the last point, the main point. Technicians. There is a work ethic that's essential for prosperity in this space. The goal is to reach you, to empower you, so you could understand the behavior that is expected of you, because the job can't get done without you. You're the first point of contact. We technicians come from all walks of life. Some came from the film industry, some from the music industry, some from telecom, some from IT, others from electrical, and even construction. Well, what I can tell you is the following. As long as you're curious, willing to use your smarts, your hands, and possess the urge to problem solve while working towards finding solutions, AV could be for you. This kind of reminds me of a colleague of mine, a fellow programmer. He's a mentor of mine. He sent me a picture of his laptop, some basic hand tools, and a dusty sheetrock saw. The caption said, "This is AV." So, in closing, feel free to comment if you have any questions pertaining to skills or tools that you'd like us to review. Also, feel free to suggest ideas and provide tips. Why not? Our goal is to set up the next generation of technicians with information, our collective experience, and support so that we can build their confidence and they may keep our industry growing forward, because we're not going to be here forever. So, bear in mind, what you can't finish today, tomorrow's another day, where you can do better and be better. Love people, enjoy tech. Peace.